This is Buck Wargo for Games Magazine Brazil here at the Global Gaming Expo on the final day. And today I'm talking with Brendan Bussmann, the managing partner of BGlobal.
Buck, great always to be with you. Glad to be here in Vegas and glad to be at G2E.
So tell me about this year's show. How would you rate it?
This was another great G2E. It's always great to get friends back together. I think back over the last 4 years and how everything's finally come back, and there were lots of people, lots of not just, the typical suspects here in the U.S., since this is a U.S.-centric show, but a lot of the Americas, a lot more European. So people are realizing this is much more international coming over to Vegas, and we love having them here. Love hosting them.
How would you rate the crowd this year compared to past?
I would say it's probably a little bit more than last year. Good crowd, very excited crowd. Good to see the industry back. Good to see the industry moving forward in all different facets along the way. And it's a spectacular, diverse industry that continues to evolve.
And we saw this year a new iGaming section in the show. Why was that, and how people reacted to that?
I think it's good to sort of have those segmented off, and not that you want the floor segmented off of everything, but there's such a growing supplier and community and vendors out there that have an interest in this because it's growing exponentially, not just, here in the United States as we're seeing, but around the globe, whether that be in Brazil or all of LATAM or anything else in between. iGaming is definitely one of those growth areas.
And you've seen a lot of Brazilian companies here and other Brazilians.
As I said before we started, I just ran into one in the hallway. There's lots of Brazilians here, lots of LATAM people, lots of conversations. Brazil's one of those markets that I've probably had 2 or 3 conversations a day about. So people are excited about the market, interested in the market, and I've been involved in it for better part of at least a decade and a half, and look forward to getting down there again soon.
How do you feel about what the regulations are going to be there?
That is always the crux of any jurisdiction, is what's in the regulations and how does that work, and that's the type of operator you're going to get. And how they can best use their business resources and get those quality, consistent operators that work from around the globe into that market. So I'm hopeful that it'll head the right direction, but obviously the proof is in the pudding, and we'll see what happens at the end.
What were a lot of the Brazilians here saying? What were they talking about the show?
Well, I think they're it's always one of those things of what's the latest in Brazil, and it could mean that, being the kid from Nebraska, it's sort of like weather, wait a day and it changes, wait an hour and it changes. Something could be said, something along the lines of that, of those that have followed us for Brazil for, some time. But, they're excited about the prospects for the future, both in sports and other opportunities.
How important is Brazil to the gaming industry, and what kind of role can that play helping G2E in the future?
I look at it, Brazil's one of those emerging markets, and it's one of those, as I look across the globe, you've got Brazil, you've got UAE, you've got Thailand. Those are the big focus points going forward, because it's those that are emerging and people where new entrants can get in, those that have been, looking to fill a part of the void of the globe that they're not able to. So Brazil plays a very important part of that.
And its future here at G2E in terms of what it means?
I think you're going to continue to see more people come up here. They want to see what's going on, across the way. This is one of the largest gaming shows in the world, and being that's in the same hemisphere, it makes it easy.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you always, Buck. Appreciate it.